is Alicia Patrice Sterling. My title is Medical Nail Tech Artist. I was licensed in 2022. I'm opening a Gelhouse nail care, which is my nail care business. I'm actually opening it in Kenner, Louisiana. The reason I'm opening it in Kenner is because I've already built a big client base here. I received my license in Louisiana. Because the state of Louisiana has a national state board testing that is recognized nationally, which means I had to do a lot more hours in cosmetology school, take a test that had more detailed test questions when it came to the anatomy of the nail and the hands and feet, the chemistry of the products that we're using, sterilization, sanitation, even understanding hand and feet diseases. I can go anywhere in the entire country and be able to apply for my license there without having to take any more tests or schooling. Decided to go the suite route because it's less startup costs and it's more personal. Coming from a salon setting, especially one in the French Quarters, it was a lot of hustle and bustle, and I noticed the quality of clients. They preferred like their me time, their quiet, having a drink of coffee. I don't want walk-ins. I want appointment-based so that I know that I have scheduled the appropriate time aside to give my clients that quality of service that they're looking for. It's an experience I'm giving them, not just a quick service and out the door. That's not to say I won't do a storefront eventually, but right now a suite is I think is the more appropriate route. I do wish to have other locations. I think the next location is still going to be in Louisiana, in Mississippi, where I'm from, Jackson, and then also Texas. Let's just face it, Mississippi is still a little behind on some things. There aren't any medical nail techs, and there aren't really any decent nail salons, although they feel they have them. They're what we call chop shops. That's my goal, is to shake up the industry and get nail salons that have fully licensed techs, but they're also medical nail techs that can help assist podiatrists with their clients that have underlying health conditions. I was actually born in Atlanta, Georgia. I was raised in Jackson, Mississippi. It's the city-ish part of Mississippi, but it's still pretty country. I was never shy. Pretty much how I am as an adult. I mean, I never met a stranger. Shoot, my mom said I got lost in a furniture store, a huge furniture store. I think I was only 3 or 4. Most kids that cry because they can't find their mom and dad. I was going around telling people, hey, I'm Alicia. Nice to meet you. It was around 13, I would say, I realized I was an artist. I was already in music. I was already writing poetry. I would sing a lot. My mom said I started humming at like the age of 2. At 12, I realized I knew how to braid hair. This was the time Mario and Bow Wow and Lil Romeo were out, because I am around their age. They were rocking the braids, the designer braids. I do have a very analytical brain, but I think that's just for me to be more detailed in my art. I am a very big visual learner, so I can apply whatever I see and then regurgitate it or replicate it. When I was 13, I was learning how to play guitar. At the same time, we were having a 8th grade graduation. I had asked my mom if I could get my nails done. There was a nail tech that was in the salon, hair salon, where I was getting my hair done. And she did my nails, and I was so excited because it was my first time getting acrylic with a French. Oh my goodness. That was the most horrible nail job ever. It was lumpy. It was all over my skin. And then I couldn't even play guitar. It was at that point that I started to research and learn how to do my own nails. That was not a maintenance my mom did. She was kind of a tomboy. It wasn't something in our weekly or monthly or every 2 week routine. I had to figure out a cheaper way to keep my nails up because I was more of a girly girl than my mom was. That's kind of ultimately what had me start my journey on doing nails. Coming into an industry where, and I'm going to be very candid at this point, where it's majority Vietnamese or someone of an Asian background that's more recognized for this type of industry. Yes, we have black girls or even Spanish girls or white girls that do nails, but a lot of them aren't in a salon setting. They have just their own studio. They avoid the entire salon setting because salon settings are hard for you to get into because most salons are looking for just Vietnamese, techs. I've had incidents where a girl of an African American race in particular, it came right in to the salon and said she only wanted a Vietnamese woman. She said they're the only ones that know how to do nails. And I didn't feel offended, but I was just like, you sound ignorant. Anyone can do, this industry if they have the fundamentals and, of course, the natural talent behind it. But I will say it has been actually rewarding because once you prove yourself, you do have to work. You have to be consistent with it. Like, you have to have a tough exterior with this type of career. I mean, any kind of career with customer service, you need to know what kind of clients you want just as much as they need to know what kind of tech they want. It's okay to say, I am not this tech, I'm not the tech for you. I had to learn that. My goal is to get clients more educated on what they're allowing people to do to their hands and their feet. It's amazing how many people come in the salon and have no idea. I get people that come in and they're like, oh, you can't just rip these off. Why do I have to pay for a soak off? Are you listening to what you just said? There's a disconnect because there are too many nail techs out here that aren't educated, so they're not educating the client. If I can help build and create more techs that are like me, that are coming into this industry the same way, with the same mindset, then that'll be a force. That will definitely make a mark. You never stop learning. I have my degree in music and I am a vocalist, and even some of the greatest still have vocal coaches. Know what your goal is, what you have in mind, what your idea of this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I love, and then focus on that. The moment that you sit is when a new one can come and pass you by. Know that there may be a struggle in the beginning. I was blessed to do it the way that I did it, where I didn't really see a harsh struggle, but that's not to say that that's not the norm. You will be in a place where you'll look back and say, this journey made all the difference to where I am now. Your job will not feel like a job. It'll just feel like, oh, I get to go have fun today. Not, oh, I gotta go to work today. If you are able to build a brand off of what you have made a great skill out of, eventually you'll be able to shine.